I don't want to be anywhere near high androgens after 35. I think that is really pushing it, in my opinion. What is up, everyone? It's Russo. I hope everyone is doing well. Today's ASMR sip is 1907. Check out 1907.com. Coupon code Russo, Young LA coupon code Russo, ASMR Spritz brought to you by Intelligent Elephant, coupon code Russo. Today is a rant that I've kind of touched on in the past, but I wanted to bring it up because I saw a comment by Greg Doucette. Shout out to Greg. Basically, Greg was saying, again, you don't reach your natural genetic limit until 26, in my opinion, which I agree. However, I wanted the audience's opinion on the two different paths on when to start SARMs or steroids. Let's say you see all the risk factor, you see all the heart attacks, you see all the dangers associated with PEDs. This is still something you're going to pursue. You want to be going about it in the most calculated way possible with the least amount of risk, and you're weighing on when to hop on the sauce, jump to the dark side, which in my opinion, the minute you go to the dark side, again, you can come off and, you know, get clean, but in my opinion, most people, you have to assume that you're a slave to the needle for life, and that, you know, once you're over the hump of the dark side, you're probably going to want to stay there. Now, not at extremely astronomical dosages, but you'll just basically be on TRT, HRT for life most of the time. Now, it is possible to recover the HPTA after chronic abuse. I have seen it, but basically it would be like 9 to 1.5 years of absolute, you know, hormone failure to see if the AR downregulates and you resensitize, and that the natural testosterone comes back up to 600 plus. Most people, they suffer gonad damage, aka the brain, the HPTA is not really truly able to communicate with the gonads from the years of atrophy, of hypogonadism. We need to really think about when we want to jump on the sauce to cause the least amount of damage. So I wanted to paint Greg's path as well as the path I see in the new modern era with clout. Remember, this social ranking system of social media has changed everything as far as when people are deciding to do anything. Have children, buy shit, they're seeing other people's lives, all this comparing is going on, dysmorphias, etc., etc. So the original thing that the old school guys did that Greg is referencing is they actually got to their natural genetic potential. Now, in my video, I said I decided to jump over to the dark side at 18. And again, these are my reasonings, and I implore you, PEDs are extremely dangerous. But if you're gonna do it, my justification to myself was that my bipolarism, I was training daily as a natty. I was basically overtraining, and I've done that my entire life. If I don't train for one day, I'm so pent up by the end of the day, where it's very hard for me to take one rest day, right? Nowadays I take 1 to 2 rest days, but I still do like active brisk walking for like a very long time, or I'll still go on the Stairmaster. I wanted to help me recover, and I was already training at the pace I was already eating, and I personally want to not be blasting gear after 35 years old. I want to be completely wrapped up into health span biohacking, aka I want to come to personal acceptance that I can't be the Superman god tier physique that's built on super physiological amounts of androgens that's unmaintainable unless I continue this chronic drug abuse. And I want to dial in to HRT, TRT, which is what my TRT company is about. So check out Elevate. There's the plug, how to sneak that in there. But yeah, that was my, original prognosis is I build the size early when my body is young and can tolerate all the extreme damage I'm doing. And then I get that itch out of my system of blasting because, when I see Alex Eubank and all those people, oh, I'm only going to do TRT. I knew personally with me, I was going to dabble around with more extreme things, and that I wanted my body to be the most resilient to bouncing back off of all the side effects versus Greg's path. Greg's path, there was no clout, meaning there was no way to get a viable extreme source of income off the physique or a viable extreme brand building opportunity until you earned your chops in competition, either be powerlifting or bodybuilding. You had to like earn your chops the normal way, where nowadays it's completely facilitated by short form content that you can be extremely entertaining, right? You can be entertaining, be a personality, and boom, you have twice the following of the elite level pro that has superior genetics than you, training harder than you, better diet than you, more disciplined than you. It comes down to a whole different game with the clout, which has people still wanting to jump on early. Greg didn't have that. Greg competed as a natural, I think, to 25, 26, and then decided to enhance. He's starting his blasting at like 26, blasting through his 30s, and then got his pro career, got his pro card, competed as a pro, and toned it down, right? He toned it down later. Personally, I don't want to be anywhere near high androgens after 35. I think that is really pushing it, in my opinion, and I wanted to, again, wrap up this chapter of my life, just like I wrapped up long distance running. I want to go and do a video roasting long distance running, because long distance running is also very debilitating in the extreme high performance distance running. And my father was a D1 runner and has ultra marathoner friends, and they look like frail buckets of bones, and they're not aging correctly from the, again, hyperthyroid and all the low blood pressure issues that come with long distance running. It's like the same thing. I wanted to get my long distance running out when I was younger, and then I obviously wanted to build my physique in my 20s, and I wanted to do it enhanced to, again, get a higher set point than I could ever achieve naturally, and then maintain it like through Elevate, my TRT company, actual medical oversight, HRT, and be dialed in optimally after 35, after I compete and get it over with, because I just kind of want to get my pro card and that be that. I feel like me proving that I can get my pro card is all I have to do. I never claimed to be no genetic freak on here. I just want to be the double underdog that got to the pro card, and then, you know, help other people with higher genetics reach higher or harm mitigate. Do you agree that Greg is right? Do you agree that you should pay your dues, wait till you're 26, and that you truly don't hit your natural genetic peak until you're 26? My personal opinion, I think your natural peak is around 23. I don't really see you gaining much, other than if you're an elite lifter like Greg, aka you're doing powerlifting volume and you become really elite. I think most people, average people who train, are not gonna, again, change much after 23. I could be wrong, but I would say with the clout thing, if you're looking for a career, if you're looking for a brand, which most of this younger generation is sitting in high school observing these kids buying Lamborghinis and shit, like with no skills at all, other than being funny on TikTok overnight, and it's because they're enhancing. The pressure is extreme on male body image right now. So comment down below your thoughts. Which pathway is better? Do you start 18 to 23, get the most out of your potential, capitalize on the social ranking system of clout, or do you pay your dues the right way, wait till 26, and then juice up into your late 30s, which again has you accepting to downsize in your 40s, where you could have gotten this chapter over with in your life younger, which theoretically your body is more resilient to all this bullshit that you're damaging it with as you're younger versus older. I will see you guys in my next video.